So I think we've now reached what I call a Dreamweaver moment. If you remember back at the end of the 90s, that was when suddenly you got WYSIWYG editors for web pages and everyone instantly became a web designer. Unlocked a huge amount of benefit. It meant people could start getting websites out there really quickly. It also showed you how brittle things could be and how difficult they were to actually get to do what you really needed them to do. I think really we're at the same moment now, currently with vibe coding. It's a great accelerator for engineering teams that can make things like scaffolds and everything else appear as if by magic. And yes, certainly we use them. It makes us far more productive. But it isn't really a replacement for a proper dev shop and engineering team. The big difference is you need to be able to make sure that you're going with the flow and embracing these as technologies which can really accelerate your capability, as opposed to just ignoring them and just doing things the way things have always been done. The other thing that I think people need to be really mindful of is things like regulated environments, data security, data privacy, all of the boring grown-up stuff that actually when you're building digital services and products you really need to be mindful of. There's all sorts of legislation like PCI compliance, GDPR, going into the world of healthcare, you've got things like HIPAA, all these other types of things you've got to be aware of. And unless you've got people who really understand how that works, then you could be exposed for significant risk. So for me as a technologist, as really kind of a product person, the fun aspect of what we're being able to leverage today with AI is you can have a mad idea in the bath this morning and by lunchtime actually have something that kind of represents that idea in a working prototype. And it's something you can then go and kick the tires off with potential customers or people within your organization or pretty much anyone else and get a sense of whether or not this is a way of doing things. I've always said ideas are cheap, execution is expensive. It's now getting to the point where actually testing an idea is no longer expensive. Implementing it properly will remain expensive because you need to do it the right way. But finally you're able to get to the point of going, right, here's an idea that you've had at breakfast, by lunchtime we've got something that you can play with.